temperatures and sunny right now. Good weather for a walk. Excellent, excellent, Wild. Excellent. Yeah. Any plans for this week? Like, for example, like, do you go to work? Do you go to school or something? For me, I graduated a few years ago with a bachelor's in science and atmospheric science and meteorology. And I do work, well, though I'm only a meteorologist on Twitch. Which, in a way, I am a degreed meteorologist. Now, there are some pop-up thunderstorms rolling across through the central Mississippi Valley. That includes southern Illinois, as I said, and much of Missouri. And there is a stationary front that's in position throughout the Ohio Valley towards Iowa, and then becomes a warm front as it swings through Iowa, Minnesota, and North Dakota, and joins up with stationary front and a cold front through the Great Plains. But in the Great Lakes region, not much is going on. Not sure. I might be going fishing sometime next week with my stepdad. Oh, all right. I hope you enjoy fishing next week with your stepdad. I haven't really fished like since I was a kid because, I mean, for one thing, I live in an urbanized area, and also, like, I'm really old, like 31, and parents are split, so that means that, well, that means fishing. I don't know when I'll be able to go fishing, but it sure is nice to go fishing, because it's relaxing. There are dense fog advisories in and around Duluth and the western end of Lake Superior. Though, while the Lycaona question, is it foggy in your area? Oh wait, you did say mild temperatures and sunny right now. But earlier, was it like foggy where you live? Let's see what we got. We got plenty of thunderstorms. Some of them are severe. They have produced tornadoes. I don't know if you were here, Wild. I was catching with some tornadoes, finding some tornadoes if they were there or not, and they were, though the tornado warnings will expire in 12 minutes. Well, for only a few of them, but the others just a little longer. Though there are flash flood warnings in North Dakota and severe thunderstorm warning near Fargo. Flash flood, moderate to heavy rain is occurring throughout the Dakotas, going down to the South Dakota. Just only flood warnings, special weather statements, and severe thunderstorm warnings are there, going down towards Iowa and Nebraska with more of those special weather statements, severe thunderstorm warnings, and also going into Kansas. And some pop-up thunderstorms in the southeastern part of Missouri. But there are, I don't know if I already said this, but air quality alerts have been in effect for a while throughout the St. Louis area. It was foggy this morning. Yeah, because I did say yesterday that's what happens when you don't have one of those temperature swings. You know, it's like, you know, your lows and your highs aren't really too far apart from one another. Yeah, I mean, as a result, you do have some humidity, and when you have humidity and low and high temperatures being a little closer together, then you do end up with some fog and plenty of moisture and high humidity. Let's see what we got now in the Northern Rockies. We do have a special weather statement in western Montana and eastern Idaho as a result of some showers and thunderstorms throughout the Northern Rockies, Bitterroot Mountains area, Wyoming, and much of Montana. It's quite dry though on the northeastern side of Montana. Some pop-up thunderstorms are there. It's saying it's gonna be a bit foggy tonight. Oh yeah, that's because you have temperatures in your area, they're about to go slightly down, but it'll end up catching up to the dew point, and which means that it's gonna be messy. It's gonna be a very very inconvenient type of weather event. You know, when you get fog, lack of wind, and such. I mean, if you don't have enough wind, if you don't have enough heat, or a a large difference in the temperature range, then you're about to get fog, stagnant air, and such. Eastern Wyoming, near Cheyenne, some thunderstorms have been popping up, moving towards the southeast. Then we go down towards the Great Basin, mostly dry. Then we go down to the desert southwest, also mostly dry. California, dry, though there is a cold front that's moving through the Golden State, and another one through the Pacific Northwest after a brief warm front through the California coast in the northern side of the state. In the Pacific Northwest, they're dealing with some thunderstorms, well, showers in a few places with some thunderstorms, yet they're moving in the counterclockwise flow, but all that moisture is located just east on the coastal side of the Cascades. Yeah, but I don't know about you, Wild, but I really think that fog is, well, sometimes it's half boring, but quite treacherous at the same time. So it's not really fun, if you're outside, trying to go places. But if you're indoors, then what are you gonna do? Or if you're at home, then what are you gonna do? Let's see what we got. So now let's focus on. Let me just change to here, which is windy.com. That part we talk about current conditions. Let's see, winds from what it looks like. Well, some onshore flow, a little bit stronger in the mid-Atlantic, but it tends to get weaker as you work up the coast throughout the Northeast, from places like the Jersey Shore through Long Island and then through the New England coastline. But in the interior side, winds are coming from the north, though they're blowing up to 20 miles an hour there. On the coastal side of Virginia, just winds blowing up to 25 miles an hour, particularly Virginia Beach. Let's take a look at the temperatures. So we got temperatures throughout New England. They are ranging from the low 60s to mid 70s. New York, upstate New York and Pennsylvania, you get temperatures that are in the 70s to low 80s. Greater New York City area, you got temperatures that are in the 70s, going down towards the mid-Atlantic, where they have temperatures that range from the mid 70s to mid 80s, and that goes for West Virginia. Then we work our way towards the south. Let's see, we do have some clockwise flow of winds throughout the south, but in the interior parts, like much of Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, and Tennessee, they have winds that are somewhat light and variable. But in the coastal parts of the Carolinas and southern Georgia and parts of Florida, they have winds that are moving towards the southwest, blowing up to 25 miles an hour. But in the Outer Banks, they're blowing around 25 to 35 miles an hour. In Texas and Oklahoma, they get winds from the Gulf, but they're blowing to the north, blowing up to 30 miles an hour throughout much of the two states. But just a little bit of westerly winds moving towards the north on the northwestern part of Texas and the panhandle part of Oklahoma as well. Now let's take a look at the temperatures throughout the southeast. What do we got? So temperatures throughout the southeast, from places like North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia, temperatures are in the mid 70s to mid 80s. Tennessee, mid 80s to mid 90s. Alabama, Mississippi, temperatures are in the 80s to low 90s. Arkansas and Louisiana, they have temperatures that are in the upper 80s to mid 90s. Florida, you get temperatures there that are in the upper 70s to upper 80s. Then we go to Oklahoma and Texas. What do we got? So temperatures there, they're in the upper 70s to low 90s. Texas, temperatures there, They are in the low 80s to mid 90s from what it looks like. Now, let's see, I don't mind the fog most of the time, but if I have to walk a long distance, then it can be hard to see the certain landmarks I always look for. Really. Fortunately, I've only had to do that once. Ah, I see. Well, yeah, it does become bothersome just to look, just to that you just want to look at landmarks, but you don't end up seeing them. Yet, I mean, if you don't mind the fog, then that's good. Just as long as you're safe and all. Let's see. In the Midwest, you get a little bit of light and variable winds. Yep. I know, wild. I know. You get winds that are somewhat light and variable, but as you work up, crossing the Ohio River to the north, you have winds that are coming from the east, moving to the northwest as you cross the Mississippi. That includes the Great Lakes region, like Michigan and Wisconsin. Though winds in the Great Lakes region, the Missouri River Valley, their winds are picking up to the north at up to 30 miles an hour. But in some places, they may have different wind speeds and wind direction because of severe weather throughout the Great Plains. But there is a counterclockwise flow in South Dakota, which does indicate a deepening area of low pressure, which means storms are there in North Dakota. Some of the winds are escaping to the northwest, but they're only blowing to 20 to 30 miles an hour there. Now let's see what we got throughout the Ohio Valley. The Ohio Valley, you get temperatures in Kentucky, they're in the 80s. In Ohio, low 70s to mid 80s. Indiana, 80s. Illinois, temperatures range from 75 in Chicago to 93 in Springfield. Then we work our way towards the Great Lakes region, where you do have temperatures throughout Wisconsin and Michigan. They range from 66 in Marquette to 82 in Grand Rapids and Elroy. Then we work our way towards the Dakotas and Minnesota. Temperatures in Minnesota, they range from 62 in Duluth to 84 in Morris. Though there is quite distinction between Morris and Walker and Duluth, because as you work your way from Duluth to Morris, temperature values tend to go up because you're going through a warm front. A warm front happens when a front that pushes through cold air brings in warm air, but at a really slow rate, though, in comparison to the cold front, in which it moves faster, brings in a lot of cold air. And once we get to the Dakotas, which I'm going to talk about right now, temperatures in the Dakotas, they range from the low 70s to mid 80s. However, from what I'm seeing, is that Bismarck is quite cold, and it does look like as though that temperatures maybe starting to feel a little stagnant throughout the Dakotas. But then again, I would need to check just a little further. Going down the Missouri River Valley, where you have Iowa, Missouri, Kansas, and Nebraska. In Iowa, temperatures are in the upper 70s to upper 80s. In Missouri, temperatures they're in the upper 80s to mid 90s. Kansas, temperatures are in the mid 70s to mid 80s. In Nebraska, temperatures range from the upper 60s to low 80s. And from what it looks like as though that cold front has made its mark throughout the Great Plains, which means, in English, please, well, that means cold air starts moving in, coming from the west, and then you have this warm air that's heavily concentrated because of this cold front that's making its way towards South Dakota. So that means that, yeah, they just create storms and brings in the cold air. but that will, however, only last for a little while because it looks like as though the cold front's moving a little